Rafael, thank you very much for joining us today.
My pleasure. Thank you.
We will take our first question from Ezequiel Bergonzi with Somos MMA. Your line is open.
Hey Rafael, how are you? Saludos desde Argentina.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, thank you. So, how do you feel after all the things that happened with the new rival and stuff?
Yeah, it's been a crazy camp for me. For the first time in my whole life, I passed through that, and I had to pull out due COVID in Brazil, and we reschedule for this Saturday. But like last Sunday, we got a call that Islam was out due some infection. But I'm glad Paul felt the jump in, and we're gonna put on a great show for the fans.
And how do you feel coming back to lightweight and facing COVID? How do you feel physically, and what can you tell us about that?
Sorry, can you say it again, please?
How do you feel coming back to lightweight after having COVID and and after all that happened? How do you feel physically? How are
I
you?
feel I feel great. When I got the COVID, it didn't affect my lungs. I was just with some headaches and a lot of body pain, but nothing to do with my lungs, which was good. Like 10 days, 2 weeks late after I got COVID, I was training normal and I didn't feel anything. I just felt like a lot of body pain and headaches. But yeah, coming back to lightweight, it's been a very good cut. My body responding really well. I start my cut like my dieting 8 months ago, so it's been a long process. I've been putting a lot of work throughout those months, and can't wait for Saturday night.
Your strategy to fight Paul Felder is different from the one you had to face Islam Makachev.
Oh, definitely. Paul Felder is a orthodox striker, and Makachev was a southpaw wrestler. He changed completely to me. I've been sparring with southpaws for the past 2 months, and now I'm facing a striker, orthodox, and but uh, I got so much experience, and for me, it's just like I had to do a little adjustments, and I'm glad Paul Felder jumped in, and we got to save the show.
Khabib Nurmagomedov retired and leave a huge legacy in the lightweight division. Do you have any words about that?
Yeah, I think he retired on his prime. I think if he does not have the passion anymore, if he lost his father and he's not fighting for money, he got enough money. If he don't have the passion to fight anymore, I completely support his idea of retirement.
And my last one. Um, Before Paul Felder stepped in to fight you, Santiago Ponzinibbio challenged you to fight in welterweight. Do you want that match after this one of the Saturday? Are you interested?
Santiago had his chance. I asked to fight him at welterweight. I'm dropping my weight for the past 8 months to fight at lightweight, and all of a sudden he jumped in trying to fight at welterweight. So he pulled out. He denied. He refused the fight against that until back in last year. So that's why UFC is not giving him any good opponents because he refused that fight. Now he's keeping chasing me. So I'm a lightweight guy now, and I'm going after that title, a lightweight title, not a welterweight.
Thank you and good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
We'll take our next questions from Diego Ibas Araujo with AG Fight. Your line is open.
Oi, Rafael, tudo bom?
Opa, beleza?
Beleza. Rafael, a primeira pergunta que eu queria te fazer é sobre a importância do Dedé Pederneiras nesse seu camp. Ele foi seu head coach, eu li numa entrevista esqueci agora onde, acho que foi para Evelyn, enfim, que você mencionou que estava meio assim head coach nas últimas lutas, alguém que coordenasse todo o treinamento, estudasse o adversário. Qual foi a sua importância? Se de fato você estava assim head coach nas últimas lutas e o quanto isso pode mudar na sua performance?
Não, na verdade, eu tinha um head coach, o Parrilha era meu head coach, mas eu acho que eu estava precisando de um cara que tivesse mais envolvido, tivesse uma galera, uma equipe que pudesse me dar mais a visão de estratégia na luta, que eu estava notando que eu estava muito sem estratégia e sem treino mesmo, sem sparring. Então, a gente, com essa situação toda de Covid e tal, a gente decidiu, as crianças estudando online, a gente decidiu passar uma temporada no Brasil e eu escolhi o Dedé para fazer o camp lá com ele. Foi a melhor escolha que eu fiz. O Dedé é um cara que está muito envolvido. Eu não preciso ficar dando feedback para treinador do Muay Thai, para treinador físico, para médico. Então ele é um cara que fica super envolvido e, e agiliza tudo. Ele que planeja tudo ali, qualquer coisa, é tudo com ele. Então, tirou um grande peso das minhas costas, que eu estava meio que comandando meu camp também por muitos anos. Então, eu acho que isso não é legal. Dedé é um cara que é envolvido, entende muito de luta, estratégia, parte de peso também. E eu acho que tirei um grande peso dos meus ombros.
E você pretende treinar mais vezes no Brasil? Tem algo que você sentiu lá que te fazia falta, que você percebeu agora que você não tem nos Estados Unidos?
Com certeza, eu planejo voltar a fazer os outros camps lá. Eu acho que ver onde eu cheguei e ver a galera ali batalhando para chegar num evento melhor, eu me vi naqueles garotos ali também, né? Então, foi bom também para você dar valor ao que você tem na vida. Então, foi não bom só fisicamente, na parte de luta, mas na parte pessoal também. Então, foi muito importante para mim essa estadia no Brasil.
E para suas próximas lutas, vamos supor que você vai, se você fizer o camp no Brasil, vai ser na União, vai contar com o Dedé. Se for nos Estados Unidos, como você pretende suprir essa falta de alguém que tire esse peso das suas costas, como você mencionou?
Cara, nos Estados Unidos eu vou fazer uma manutenção. Eu não vivo em camp, né? É uma manutenção. Eu vou continuar fazendo minha parte física, meus treinamentos. Eu tenho treinador de boxe, eu tenho treinador de jiu-jitsu, eu tenho preparador físico, mas a gente fechando uma luta, a gente vê uma maneira de a gente agilizar o camp, porque eu estou no plano aí de ser campeão de novo do peso leve, então estou investindo na minha carreira, então é um momento de sacrifício mesmo.
Maravilha. Falando desse peso, então, da questão do peso, né? Você volta para os pesos leves. Como foi esse processo todo de fazer uma dieta, uma reeducação, sei lá, alimentar por tanto tempo? Eu lembro até que uma entrevista sua com o Alonso, você mencionou que tinha que seguir muito à risca por muito tempo, se de repente você fugisse uma refeição, seu peso já subia. Como foi esse processo todo, até pela pressão, talvez uma pressão psicológica, enfim, mas como foi fazer tudo isso e como você está se sentindo agora, quanto peso falta e com quantos quilos você pretende lutar no dia da luta?
Cara, eu pensei, eu vou ter o resto da vida aí para poder comer. Minha carreira não vai para sempre, né? Então tenho mais alguns anos aí de carreira e é a chance que eu tenho de dar uma reinventada e de mostrar alguma coisa nova. Eu acho que eu subi de peso e tive bastante sucesso na subida de peso. Eu não vejo muitos lutadores tendo o sucesso que eu tive. Muitas pessoas falam, mas você foi perdeu quatro, ganhou quatro, mas eu lutei pelo cinturão, eu ganhei eu não cheguei, eu não subi de categoria e lutei direto pelo título. Eu lutei com os caras ranqueados, subi no ranking, ganhei dois campeões e lutei pelo cinturão. Então, eu cheguei perto de ser campeão ali de duas categorias. Mas agora, nesses últimos 7, 8 meses aí, eu tenho seguido um programa de treinamento, de dieta muito forte. e consegui reduzir meu peso assim do dia a dia em 8 a 10 quilos. Então, o peso está bom, o corpo está respondendo ao corte de peso e, e agora é só focar aí e tirar o restinho do peso para amanhã.
Mas e você pretende lutar com quantos quilos no sábado?
Cara, eu tô mais ou menos na forma que eu tava contra quando eu lutei com o Anthony Pettis. Eu lembro que naquela luta eu pesei 78 quilos e meio, assim, no dia da luta.
Maravilha, então. Para terminar, esse processo de encontrar um novo adversário, né? Caiu uma luta em cima da hora. Quão difícil foi? Quantos dias você soube antes da notícia se tornar pública? Quantos dias você já sabia? Quantos adversários chegaram a ser negociados, né? E queria que você falasse um pouquinho desse desafio para o Michael Chandler. Se agora já criou-se uma rivalidade, pode ser resolvido no futuro.
Cara, o meu empresário, Giovanni Biscardi, me ligou no domingo falando que o cara saiu da luta, que o Xaxab ligou para ele. E até então o Xaxab tinha falado que ia tentar arrumar um adversário. E, a gente eu comecei a pensar que o Michael Chandler é um cara que estava no peso para lutar esses dias aí. E tá sempre postando foto, vídeo em forma, malhando. Eu achei que poderia ser. Mas não rolou, não aconteceu. Ele falou que tem outros planos. E eu acho que. E aí o Giovanni foi. No outro dia já veio logo com o nome do Paul Felder. E a gente nunca imaginou que eles iriam vir com esse nome. A gente tava pensando em outros nomes, de repente até um peso casado, porque de repente pela proximidade da luta, as pessoas não conseguiram bater o peso, mas aí o Paul Felder entrou, então foi melhor. Foi uma benção, na verdade. Entrou um cara melhor ranqueado. E é isso. Sábado, vai ter luta boa aí. Vamos botar um show aí pra galera.
Maravilha. Obrigadão, Rafael.
Nada, valeu.
We'll go next to Mike Bond with USA Today. Your line is open.
Hey, Rafael. Apologies if I'm going to make you repeat anything you just said in Portuguese there, but I'm just curious, we're about 22 hours away from the weigh-in scale opening. I know the hard part is probably still to come, but are you surprised how good you feel right now, going back to lightweight for the first time in about 4 years?
Oh, yeah, man. I feel pretty much in the same shape that I was when I fought Anthony Pettis. My body is responding really well. Um, yeah, so every goal that we put during the training, during the cuts, my body is being like I've been cutting more weight than the plan. Like my body responding really well. And yeah, like you said, the hardest part is still to come, but we feel pretty confident, and the weight will come off easily.
Why did you ultimately decide to do this? Because I feel like over the past few years, and including when I talked to you a few months ago, you said, lightweight, not really too much going to be in my future again. Maybe for like a Conor McGregor fight or like a title fight, I'd go back down. But generally speaking, I don't know if I want to put my body through that again. So why did you decide to make this move?
Yeah, my goal is to be a world champion, like I was once again. And uh, i- man, in life we have to make sacrifices. I think at welterweight, I had a good run. I fought for the title, but I think I'm not too big for welterweight. That gap, the 15 pounds gap, is such a big gap. But like once I put that work, and I've been changing my whole diet, my whole body for the past 7 8 months, and my body is responding really well. And yeah, I'm trying to reinvent myself and prove that I can be a lightweight champion again.
Yeah, no, a lot, some of the same faces at the top of this division, but a lot of new ones as well. And I think Islam was a guy that, is obviously on the rise, and we're going to be interested to see how he'd do against someone like you. What do you think about how the division is different compared to when you left it?
Yeah, a lot of new guys. Yeah, it's been changing a lot. All like the top five guys, they really like cautious to take the next step. You know, it's been kind of a very strategic game playing by then. Back on the days, like everybody fight everybody. I believe we don't have those rankings, and I think these days people are like really cautious to the next step. Nobody want to take any fight because they want to wait for someone else to take the fight, to wait for someone else results, and I think that it is it slowed down the division a lot. Fighters gotta fight. Fighters gotta fight. You know, you can just hide behind rankings and trying to pick the best fight, the best match, and waiting for results that for fights that is still on the paper. And yeah, man, fighters gotta go there and fight.
Yeah, and that's kind of what, helped you make your run towards the title the first time around, being so active. I'm curious though what you think of this fight with Paul Felder now. Do you like this matchup better than Islam? Because, we commend you for taking all these fights against wrestlers and guys that are trying to take you down, but it seems like Paul's going to be the first guy you faced in a while whose first strategy is to stand with you.
Yeah, I was training for a softball wrestler, and Paul Felder jump in. Yeah, you know, I met him and I think he's a really cool guy. It was really good for him for us. Now we saved the show by him stepping in on a 5 days notice. But he's a striker, orthodox, and he changed for me a little bit. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna put on a great show for the fans.
Great, thanks, Rafael.
Welcome.
We'll go next to Louise Green with MMA Crazy. Your line is open.
Hi, you obviously said previously there about the decision to move back down to lightweight. But I'm curious because you expressed an interest before in, getting a fight rebooked with Connor. Are you hoping that that could still be a possibility down the line if you get back into the win column on Saturday?
Uh, I just want to clarify. Conor McGregor is not my goal. I don't want to
Mhm.
like. I'm not fighting. I'm not dropping back to lightweight division to fight Conor. You know, it's not my goal. I want fight for the belt. Whoever has the belt, I will fight. Well, like Khabib leaving the division, I think we'll leave the division wide open. And if you look, focus. My focus is 100% on Paul Felder on Saturday. But like you said, being back at the win column, I think if you look to these top five guys, if you look at Ferguson, Gagey, and Poirier, they all interim, the former interim champions. The only two guys that was for former champions was me and Connor. And Khabib leaving that division, I think that fight could be a good fight for the vacant belt.
Yeah, definitely. And then what do you think about his return and how do you think he does in his rematch against Poirier?
Uh, yeah, I think he beat him once. I think Conor is a very good striker, and yeah, I think it's a good matchup for him. Poirier is a good matchup for him.
And does that up the pressure for you at all going into Saturday to get back into the win column against Paul Felder?
Sorry, can you say it again, please?
Does it up the pressure for you at all going into Saturday with Paul Felder coming on, such short notice? Do you feel any added pressure because of any of the circumstances?
No, fight's a fight. Every fight is the fight of your life. Uh, I've been putting a lot of work for the past 8 months, and of course I feel pressure, but like that's part of the game. I don't think anybody step on that octagon without a pressure.
And what do you think you can expect to see from Felder on Saturday? And how do you see the fight going down?
He got a great striking. He's a very technical fighter. He comes to fight. He got big heart. We're gonna put on a great show for the fans. But I see on the end of the fight, I have in my hands raised. I put a lot of work and can't wait to show it Saturday night.
That's great. Thanks.
Thank you.
We'll take our final questions from Damon Martin with MMA Fighting. Your line is open.
Hey, Rafael, before the fight with Paul Felder came together, I know you fight with Michael Chandler and he had responded. It seemed like you were kind of disappointed in that. Can you kind of give me your thoughts on that whole situation with Michael Chandler?
Yeah, he was scheduled to fight 2 weeks ago, I think. And yeah, he always keeping. When I got the news that Islam got infection, he's not gonna be able to fight. I thought about Michael because he always posting pictures, videos, training in shape. He just signed with UFC. He didn't fought, and I guess like I thought maybe he wants to fight. But like I say, these guys they always want to pick fights that can boost them, that playing very strategic. And yeah, but he said he got other plans, but I respect that. That's it. I think different. I think fighters gotta fight, and if you're in shape, you're training. If you're always posting videos with nice quotes like I'm ready for anything. So you should take fights, but people are different.
With that being said, when Islam, obviously it sounded like you were ready to fight no matter who it was, but were you happy you got called about Paul Felder? I mean, considering where he's at in the division, his record, I mean, I don't know that you could have asked for a better fight on 5 days notice, right?
Oh yeah, that was a great replacement. We could ask for better. That fight, UFC put that name on the table back in August, but it didn't come. Didn't work. Didn't work the fight. I think my weight wasn't on point yet. We couldn't figure out a date. But like yeah, Paul Felder on a 5 days notice. He's a guy that comes to fight. It's a more exciting match, I think, for all of us, for the fans as well. We're gonna put on a great show Saturday night.
And last question for me, I know respect for Islam, and you kind of talked about the rankings and the problem with the rankings, but if you feel like this is actually a bigger fight considering where Paul is in the division, and you mentioned his experience, beating guys like Edson Barbosa and some of the guys he's faced. Do you feel like this is actually a bigger fight and a better way to kind of reintroduce yourself to the lightweight division?
Yeah, I believe so. He's a guy that comes to fight. He's not a type of fighter that they're gonna go there and try to steal the fight and do those cage game and put me against the wall, stuff like that. Yeah, it'll be. I was very prepared for Islam as well. We put a lot of work in Brazil. We got some judo guys. I was so ready for Islam, but yeah, Paul Felder jumping in on a 5 days notice. Like I said, better ranking. Yeah, it could boost me. A win over Paul Felder will give me a huge boost compared to Islam.
Thank you so much, Rafael.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Rafael. You're all set.
Thank you.
Hey guys, this is Praveen the Boss. Thanks for watching our video. Click on the subscribe button to catch all the latest videos from MMA India Show and MMAindia.com. Thanks. Cheers.